Hey, good morning, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kimberly Reed, and I am one of the coaches on the Sweet Life Dynasty team. I am here to talk briefly about why I became a coach, a few of the skepticisms that I had, and how coaching has helped me and my family. So, a brief backstory about how I joined. I was a registered nurse for about 9 years, then turned stay-at-home mom, which I was able to do for 7 years. Greatest blessing ever. But last year, my youngest Kennedy was getting ready to start kindergarten, and so my husband and I talked about, me going back to work more so because I wanted to than because I financially needed to. But as I started looking back into returning to the nursing career, I had some issues with the fact that I still wanted to do a lot of the perks of being a stay-at-home mom, and that was going to become quite an issue. I wanted to be able to still drop my kids off at school and pick them up and help with homework and do all that stuff that I've been able to enjoy the past 7 years. And with a nursing career, that became quite a challenge. And it just so happened that over last summer, my husband had been friends with Ralph. He used to be his banker before Ralph retired from the corporate community. And Ralph made a post about some kind of at-home business that had to do with health and fitness. And because my husband knew that was totally right up my alley, he's like, I don't know what this is about at all, but maybe you should talk to Ralph and get some information. And so the next day I had an interview with Ralph and Sarah, and they told me a little bit of the ins and outs of what coaching life is like. And my initial thought was, well, that all sounds pretty good, right? It's about health, which I'm big on, and fitness and nutrition, and community support sounded awesome, even though I had never been a part of that. But I also got off the phone with some skepticisms. I am somebody who, I'm a realist. I like having realistic expectations, and this whole coaching thing seemed, it was scary to me because there was a lot of what ifs involved. So two of my biggest skepticisms, though, were number one, I am an extreme introvert, so I was not sure how well I would do at the business. Number two, salespeople totally turn me off. Like, I don't care how amazing your product is. If I feel like the only thing you're trying to do is sell me something, I want no part of it. So those were two of my biggest concerns and things that I wasn't sure if it would hold me back from being successful in this business or not. So first, I want to touch briefly on the introvert part. So I am like a hermit crab, you guys. I don't like going outside of my house. I get very uncomfortable in social settings. Like, I'm awkward. My husband's the exact opposite. Like, he would talk to a tree if it had eyeballs and paid him any attention. That is not me. I'm very shy. So when I initially looked into this business a little bit more, I'm like, oh crap, like, these people are talking to people nonstop, right? They're reaching out to them in messages. They're making posts that are, vulnerable and open and honest, and they're going live. Like, oh my God, like my biggest nightmare. But you guys, I have to tell you, the first couple times, it's scary. I think part of my fear was rejection, people telling me no, or that they weren't interested. And guys, that it doesn't matter to me anymore, because I know what I have to offer is great, and I'm excited about it, and the right people are going to be on board. So the whole introvert thing, you will get over it, I promise. It is, like I said, a little scary in the beginning, the first few times of, putting yourself out there, reaching out to people and inviting, but you get over that pretty quickly. I'm still an introvert, so don't think that because I'm having success in the business that has all gone away. I have just learned how to approach people in a way that feels comfortable for me. I'm not super outgoing or super pushy or anything like that. I just kind of do what feels right for me. So being an introvert is not going to hinder your ability to build a business in any way, shape, or form. It's just going to take you getting outside of your comfort zone for a little bit, but you'll get into the groove of it, I promise. So that was the introvert part. So the skepticism, which is still something I am acutely aware of, is coming across as being salesy. So I had told Sarah and Ralph, like, if my job is to be anything remotely close to a used car salesman, like, count me out. I ain't having no part of that. Because there's nothing more of a turnoff for me than somebody who's just wanting something out of it for themselves, right? Like, behind curtain number one is the fancy car. Like, I don't want to do that. So the fact of the matter is, if you guys are aware of the fact that that is just icky and gross and not something that you want to do or the type of person that you are, it's not going to come across that to people when you invite them. There is a way of inviting that, for me, it's just me genuinely wanting to share something with them. I don't think about it or put this information out in a way of what's in it for me, or, you know, how much money am I going to make from this. It's truly from a place of the programs work. I have faith in them. I enjoy doing them. I love the products. They have changed my health and they have been great for me. Why wouldn't I want to share that with other people? So if you get out of that mindset of, oh, I have to sell something, or I have like some quote I have to make, and just share your passion and your journey and how this company and these products and this community and the women and men too, Ralph, have changed your life, I promise it will not come across as salesy. But if you do start kind of veering off to that side where your wording sounds kind of salesy, or you pick up on that vibe, I promise, because of your heightened awareness of the fact that you just think that is really gross, you will pick up on it and you will alter the way that you interact with people. So those two concerns have not been an issue for me at all. Communicating with people, again, it just gets easier the more times you do it. It's a lot less scary. And the salesy thing, if you have a fear or phobia of that, I promise you'll make sure that your communication, your invites, the way you interact with people, the way you treat them is not going to come across as salesy. I am very passionate about my challengers and my coaches, and I just want them to succeed and be happy and healthy, and that comes across in the way that I interact with people. So what has coaching done for me? When I initially signed up, all I really wanted to do, guys, was to help cover the grocery bill. We have 4 kids, 6 mouths to feed. It's a lot of money. So, and I'm also, my husband calls me a hippie, like a tree hugger. I like all the organics, like all the natural products. Like, I want it all, which means it also costs more money. So I wanted to no longer feel guilty about wanting to splurge on all those things when I signed up as a coach. I set a dollar amount that I wanted to earn within my first year, and I signed up as a coach in July, and guys, I've already hit it, which is very exciting for me. So now my goal is on to something bigger, right? So, because I've done the grocery thing, I've been paying for the groceries, and now I'm wanting to tackle something that is not like sexy by any means, but it's my husband's student loan debt. We have just been paying, you know, the bare minimum on that, and I want to start paying that down so that we have extra money to be able to put towards vacations and taking trips and just, you know, being able to do more things as a family. And my income has steadily grown each month because I am consistent with my inviting, and I follow the very easy, very laid out, plain tips that Sarah and Ralph have provided for us. And just follow that. You need to be coachable and trainable, and, you know, willing to follow these steps that they've given us. And because I've done that and I've kept it simple and I'm not salesy and I just stay true to who I am and what feels right, I have seen my income grow steadily over the past, you know, 6 months or so. Anyway, that's me in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to message the coach that invited you here. And also, I just wanted to make note that if you're here, it's because we thought that this would be a good fit for you, that you would do well. It's not like we just invite any random person to come and want them to be on our team. So take a moment to pat yourself on the back for being the type of person that we're looking for to join us on this journey. I hope you guys have a great day, and take care.